in this video, we are going to discuss about test cross. So test cross, the name itself indicates that it is related to something to test. Let us see what we are going to be able to test. So now, the main definition of test cross is, it is a cross which is made between the F1 progeny with a homozygous recessive parent. So this we have to concentrate here because many questions will arise from this. So here we can tell that the F1 progeny, a cross which is made between F1 progeny. So this is F1 progeny. Progeny means it is a offspring, first generation offspring. It is crossed with homozygous recessive parent. So this is very important thing. Homozygous recessive parent. Homozygous recessive parent. So homozygous means nothing but when genes which are containing similar type of alleles for a particular character. So recessive parent, homozygous recessive parent, or it is also called as double recessive parent. Then we are calling it as a test cross. So now here we are going to study about monohybrid test cross. So in the previous video we have already discussed about monohybrid cross, which is made, a cross which is made between parents which differ in only one contrasting characters, and we took example as tall and dwarf. So keeping that in mind, we are going to do monohybrid test cross. So coming to this monohybrid test cross, so here we can find that, so homozygous, first we are going to write what exactly the parents we are taking here. So now the parents here is, the parents we are taking it as homozygous tall. So in monohybrid cross we have taken it as homozygous tall, we have taken homozygous tall is crossed with homozygous dwarf. Homozygous dwarf. Homozygous dwarf. So this we have taken as an example for monohybrid cross. So now coming to the genotype of it. Genotype. As I already told you, the genes for homozygous tall is capital T, and the gene for dwarf is small t because it is recessive. Next, it will produce gametes. The gametes produced here is because gamete is haploid in nature, that is why we are writing only one T and one small t. The gamete for this is small t. Now we are going to see F1 generation. F1 generation. Now coming to this F1 generation. So as I already told you, you are considering this as a female plant, this as a male plant. So during fertilization, what happens? The egg and the pollen grain will fuse. So that is, fertilization is nothing but also called as syngamy. So at this we are going to get a gene. The egg has a gene capital T and the pollen grain has a gene small t. So here the plant obtained in F1 generation is heterozygous tall. Heterozygous tall plant is obtained. Heterozygous tall is obtained. Now you concentrate on the statement what we have given. When a cross is made between F1 progeny with a homozygous recessive parent is called test cross. So now we are going to do here, that is what exactly the test cross means. So when a cross is made between F1 or progeny. So this is our F1 progeny. So heterozygous tall is our F1 progeny. So I am taking now a cross of F1. F1 progeny with. Progeny I have to take according to the test cross. F1 progeny is crossed with double recessive parent or homozygous recessive parent. So this is our homozygous recessive parent. So you can see here, compared to tall, short is recessive, and this is double genes, small t, double homozygous recessive parent. So here we are taking the homozygous recessive parent. Okay, so recessive parent. So now here the genes for this is, so the genes, genotype, for everything you have to write genotype. So F1 progeny is nothing but capital T and small t. This you got. Then into, okay, homozygous recessive parent is small t and small t. So now let us see the gametes formed. Now coming to the gametes formed here is, so from this we are getting a gamete like capital T and small t. These are the two gametes we are getting from this parent. Now imagine, now this is one parent and this is another parent. Now into, so here you are getting the gametes small t and small t. These are the gametes you have got. So now in this, let us use checkerboard and let us see what all the plants we are going to get. What all the plants we are going to get, we will just see here. Now coming to here, as I told you, Punnett square or checkerboard when you are writing. So here you are writing it as male or female, and capital T small t is of one parent gametes we have got, capital T small t. Another parent we have got small t and small t. So let us see what all the genotypes we are going to get. Now coming to here, we will get this capital T, and when it is crossed, this egg, when it get fertilized with this pollen grain, we are going to get capital T and small t. And now here, this capital T into small t, here also you will get capital T and small t. Now small t into small t, so you are going to get small t into small t. Here also small t and small t. So here also you will get small t and small t. So these are the 4 plants you are getting. Out of these 4 plants, so this is tall. So capital T and small t is nothing but what? Heterozygous tall it is. Heterozygous tall. You have got heterozygous tall. And then small t is nothing but what? Dwarf. Now let us see phenotypic and genotypic ratio of monohybrid test cross. So this is very, very important. Okay. So monohybrid test cross, phenotypic and genotypic ratio. Now we will write first phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio. So you know very well that phenotype means it is a external appearance. External appearance, tall is 2 plants are tall. These 2 are tall plants and these 2 are short plants. So you are having phenotypic ratio here is nothing but 2:2. It can also be written as 1:1. Okay, it can also be reduced as 1:1. And now coming to genotypic ratio, let us see genotypic ratio. Genes, what are the genes present here? Now if you see the genes here, for tall you are having capital T, small t. capital T, small t. So both of them, they have same type. So it is also 2. And here also small t, twice you are getting. It is also 2. It is reduced to 1:1. So please remember that the genotypic ratio for monohybrid cross is, the genotypic ratio for monohybrid cross is 1:1. Both genotypic and phenotypic ratios are 1:1. At last we are reducing this 1:1. Hence we can write it as 1:1. So this is what is a monohybrid test cross. So now let us see what exactly we have studied in the test cross. See, we all know that in the progeny, so in the monohybrid cross, the progeny we are having the progeny. What type of progeny you may get means, if you cross tall and short plant, tall and short plants. Imagine now we are talking this in general. If you cross tall and short plants, okay, in the progeny you may get sometimes, so capital T you may get, okay, in general sometimes you will get tall plants, or you will get sometimes capital T and heterozygous tall, capital T and small t you will get, or sometimes you will get small t. So the probability of this, if you cross tall and short plants, so we may get 3 types of offsprings. 3 types of offsprings. Okay, offsprings we are going to get. So the offsprings will be of this type. If you do the test cross for this, so we will do test cross. This I am doing in general. Okay, in general, if you see, we are going to do the test cross here. Now imagine, now test cross means if this is a progeny and you are doing test cross means it should be crossed with double recessive parent, small t. Okay, so now here the gametes obtained here is, again the gametes obtained here is, so capital T and capital T you got, and then here you are going to get small t and small t. This, why I am doing this, is very important for your NEET question. So now if this is a case, if you do the Punnett square, what progenies you are going to get and how they are going to ask the question. So now coming to here, you can find that, so one side you can write capital T, the other side you can write small t. Here if you do the cross, so capital T, small t you got, and this capital T with this T, again you will get capital T, small t. This capital T with small t, again you will get like this. So all are tall. Please remember, all are tall in this case. So if you see the gene, that is ratio of it, if you see all are tall and tall is dominant. So you can write it as 4:0. Recessiveness is not there. So this is dominant. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of them are heterozygous tall, of course. Tall is dominant, so 4:0. Now let us see this. So if the progeny is heterozygous tall, let me see, if you are crossing with the recessive gene, so here you are going to get the gametes capital T and small t. Here you are going to get the gametes small t and small t. So here when you do the checkerboard, when you do the Punnett square, okay. So now here we can find that one side same you are going to write. So male and female. So here capital T, small t, one of the parents' genes you are writing, and here small t and small t. So if you cross these two, you are going to get capital T, small t, and here also capital T, small t, and here small t, and this with this you are going to get small t, small t. Here you can see these two are tall, heterozygous tall, okay, both of them, and these two of them are dwarf. So here you got both the phenotypes, tall and dwarf you have got. So it is in the ratio of, the ratio, if you see the ratio of this cross, you can find that it is of 1:1, or I can write it as ratio 2:2. And always remember, it can also be written as 1:1. Okay. So tall and dwarf. So both of them are obtained in equally. Okay. 50% of them are tall and 50% of them are short. Got it? So this is what the ratio we have got. Next one is, if the progeny is capital T, small t and small t. So recessive with recessive. So here you are going to get very important thing it is, you have to remember it. So here small t you will get. Here also the gametes obtained is small t. So this here, if you write the checkerboard for this, you are going to get the plants in the following type. So let us see now. Okay. So here male and female, in both the cases it is small t. So in all t into t, here also small t. This t is multiplied with this t, again you are getting tt. Here also small t. So here all are dwarf. So all plants obtained are dwarf. And here if you are writing a ratio, always it will be 0:2. Okay, 0:4. Why I am writing 0:4? Because always in the first case, so here always you have to write dominant one. Here you have to write recessive. In all the cases it is like that. Here also it is dominant. Here it is recessive. Of course, here both are dominant. Here also dominant and recessive. In between anything is there, you can write. Okay. So this is what. And finally, you have to remember the thing here is, in many questions, in the NEET questions, what they will ask, if the ratio is 2:2 or 1:1, if the ratio of test cross is 1:1, what is the genotype of parent? That is a question. If the ratio is 1:1 or 2:2 in test cross, the parent will be, always remember, the parent is heterozygous tall. So very important thing, heterozygous tall. And they will ask you, in the test cross, all the plants obtained is dominant, whatever the character may be, dominant. or dominant tall they will give, dominant round they will give, then the parent is always homozygous. So this is a parent. The parent is always homozygous tall. Now here, if the plants obtained are recessive, recessive means the parent is recessive. So this is a parent. Actually whatever we have taken in the first is a parent. As I told you already, if the progeny is like this and we have crossed with small t, it is a recessive parent. Hope you have understood this. Okay, so let us see next thing. So what is the significance of test cross? Now same thing, whatever we have discussed, it helps us to determine whether the dominant character is due to homozygous or heterozygous. So means what? If you do test cross in the F1 hybrid, if you are getting capital T small t, or if you are getting capital T, you will be able to know it. So by doing test cross, you will be able to know the plant obtained. The plant obtained is either heterozygous tall or homozygous tall. See, when you do a cross like tall into dwarf, if you do, okay, you are going to get in F1 generation capital T small t, and all plants are tall. So physically you will be able to see tall. But the question here is whether this tall is like heterozygous or homozygous. To know this, we are going to do the test cross. Okay, next one is it determines the genetic constitution of an organism. So complete genotype we can make out, and it is useful for breeders and genetists. So if the breeder want, see, imagine if the breeders, they want the heterozygous tall means, so if they know the plant is heterozygous, they will continue. If they want homozygous, again they will test or they will breed any other plants. So they should know properly which the genotype of the plant, so that they can improve their crops. And of course genes, genetics, because genetics people, they should know exactly which genes are present in the plant. And now at the last three sentences we have already discussed. If all the offsprings obtained in the test cross are dominant phenotype, I have done in the checkerboard. If all the offsprings obtained is dominant, then the parent is homozygous dominant. And if the offsprings obtained is in the ratio of 1:1, then the parent will be heterozygous dominant. And if the offspring obtained is recessive phenotype, then the parent is homozygous recessive. Please remember these three things, very, very important. So in the next session, I am going to explain you about back cross and reciprocal cross.